Hi, I'm Chris Smith with Delta Media Group and Real Estate Marketing and Technology Magazine. Today, I'm talking with Eric Free of Irongate Realtors. As a staple resident of the greater Dayton area, Eric's a leader in market trends and industry insights. Thanks for joining me today.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's start at the beginning. How did you begin your career as a real estate agent, and what inspired you to pursue a career in real estate?
Sure. So prior to real estate, most of my background was ministry and church work. And once my wife and I started having kids, quickly realized we needed something a little more substantial as far as income goes. So I was actually at a church growth conference when I made the decision to get in real estate. There was a speaker there. I could not tell you her name, but she was giving a TED talk. And she made a statement that day that all business owners need multiple streams of income. And on the way home that night is when I decided to pursue real estate, and I went immediately and got my license. That was back in 2016. My wife and I had bought and sold several homes and really enjoyed the process. So it was a natural fit with me transitioning from church and ministry work to real estate because they're both all about people. So that's kind of how that took place.
It's kind of amazing how chance encounters like that can change the trajectory of your life, right?
Absolutely.
So what are some of the ways you've seen real estate technology evolve over the years that you've been in the business?
So obviously, digital signatures has been a huge thing. It was already in place, or it was just coming into place when I started. But whether it's Dotloop or DocuSign or some of the other platforms, the ability for me to have digital or collect digital signatures is a game changer. Cuts down processing times on paperwork, all of those kind of things. For me, the human aspect of real estate is huge. So having the convenience of technology, but still being able to maintain the human side, it's kind of the best of both worlds.
You feel like digital signatures have made some of the most significant impact on the industry, or is there something else?
Obviously, social media, for me personally, social media is huge as far as technology goes. But yeah, as far as just from a day-to-day operation standpoint, digital signatures has been a game changer.
Now, of course, you're part of the Delta Media Group family. How long have you been using our technology?
So I came over to Irongate from another brokerage about 3 years ago, and obviously Irongate was using Delta. What I loved about that coming over from another brokerage where I was having to pay for my own platforms and systems is Irongate had that in place already. So I was able to basically plug and play the customizable website. Even though the system and the shell and the skeleton was there, the ability for me to be able to customize and put my personality, my imprint on that was huge. And it was something that Irongate was providing for me. Another thing that I love about the Delta systems is the home searches that I'm able to set up for home buyers. With me being in an Air Force town here, I do a lot of work with people coming in from out of state. I don't use my MLS system at all. I use the Delta simply because of the ability to customize those home searches for clients because we have several MLSs in my area. If I just used my local MLS, I would miss a ton of listings for buyers. So the Delta site makes that much more user-friendly for my buyers searching for properties.
So Eric, would you say the technology has helped you grow your client base?
I would say most definitely. Again, the ability for specifically for home buyers to be able to see properties in Cincinnati and Dayton and Columbus and other areas outside of my local MLS, absolutely. I frequently get buyers that will tell me, hey, I love that house you just sent me. I didn't really send it to them. It was an auto search. But they don't know that. They think that I'm sitting at a computer sending them every house that comes on the market. So it makes it a much more personal experience for the buyer.
So let's talk about that a little bit. What tools and resources that we have in DeltaNET do you feel like they've had the most impact on the success of your business?
So I would say the home valuation tool on my website for people who are just thinking about possibly selling their house. What's my home worth? What's my value? The home search capability that I've just been talking about for buyers. I also love the My Customer for Life. I'm a big proponent of lifelong relationships with customers. So I know that the new version of that is just getting ready to roll out here at my brokerage. And I'm super excited about being able to implement that for my customers.
I want to talk about the different layers that go into having a website. How important do you feel it is having a customized website with strong SEO, and how important that is for the success in the real estate industry?
Yeah, I mean, we all do it. We look for a business, look for, a professional service. The first thing we do is go to Google and put that in and see what comes up, see what kind of reviews there are, what kind of experiences other people have had. So I think website is major. It's my online business card. So the ability through Delta for me to be able to customize that and make it look like me and sound like me, so that when a customer Googles Eric Free Real Estate Dayton, Ohio, my site comes up, and the SEO makes sure that I stay top of mind as far as search results go. The capability for me to be able to auto link client testimonials through testimonial tree to my Delta web page is huge as well.
Well, we always say, a website is the first storefront that a customer walks into. What
Sure.
do you like most about your website?
So the client testimonials are huge. The capability for my clients to see listings, not only from Irongate, but from out of market listings, because they all funnel through the Delta website. I think those are probably the two biggest things, and the ability to customize and update and change, add value content to the website is a big deal.
So at Delta, we know that great real estate websites need to have great features. Is there a feature on your website that you think provides the most value to both you and your customers?
Sound like a broken record, but it's that home search tool that I think is most valuable for me, to be able to provide that service to people who are especially out of area that are not familiar with my area, that can see homes that are available and get a sense of what the market looks like.
Well, the theme for this issue of real estate marketing and technology is training. In your experience, what tools and methods have been the most helpful for training and learning to use some of the new technology?
Sure. For me personally, I don't consider myself a tech wizard. I don't know that most realtors are. That's why YouTube is a big deal. And I know that Delta provides that ongoing training through YouTube. And that's certainly something that I tap into and take advantage of. YouTube videos, those are all things that I use for training as far as staying on top of trends and things that are coming out.
Well, I talked about you being a leader in the industry, and I noticed you're pretty active across most social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. What are some of the strategies that you have for coming up with content and then staying active on social media?
Sure. I do try to stay active, particularly on Facebook and Instagram. It's one of those things where you can be a little bit good at everything and not really good at anything. So I try to just focus on Facebook and Instagram. But what I try to do is have a content calendar that's mapped out, so that it's not always last minute, spur of the moment, putting content out there. I try to be specific, obviously with new listings and just solds and just pendings, but just value content for customers. What's going on in the market? What are the trends? What's happening in real estate? The ways that I do that is I use the My Customer for Life content that I use to shoot out to social media. And then I'm also a part of the Buffini and Company, which is a nationwide real estate coaching and referral network. And I use their content a lot. So I map that out and kind of intersperse my own personal life with real estate, kind of on a content schedule.
Well, everybody is talking about AI and what's going to happen with that. Have you tapped into using some of the latest AI technology, such as ChatGPT? And if so, has it benefited you as a sales associate?
I'm being completely honest with you. I have not. I hear this talked about quite a bit. It's funny because my son's a junior in high school, and he's doing finals and finishing up his papers and everything this week. So this whole ChatGPT has been something that we've been talking about recently. But professionally in real estate, it is not something that I have tapped into. I'm honestly not sure how I even feel about the whole thing. So no, it's not something that I've used or implemented at all.
Well, it's every college student's best friend right now, right?
Right. And until they run it through a software and determine it was written by AI, and you got to do it over.
Yeah. Well, are you currently working on anything exciting, or do you have any plans for the future of your business that you want to share with us?
Sure. I mentioned just a moment ago, I'm part of the Buffini and Company network. So I'm really excited. We've got some events coming up this year to network and some educational things that are going to be very helpful here in the Dayton area because of, like I said, our proximity to an Air Force base here, making those connections nationwide with other military towns and other agents really has helped grow my business the last couple of years. So that's something that I'm actively working on right now.
Fantastic. Well, if someone is interested in getting more information from you, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Sure. My website, ericfreerealestate.com, or you can text me or call me 937-657-6595. Always happy to help, and I am never too busy for your referrals.
Eric, thanks again for spending a little bit of time with us today and for being part of the Delta Media Group family. I wish you nothing but continued success moving forward.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.